Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Derek Rhimes. I serve as the electric commander of both American Legion Post number 116 in Fuquay-Varina, which is the largest post in the state of North Carolina, and as the commander of District 11, encompassing 22 American Legion posts in both Wake and Johnston counties, and is the largest district in the state of North Carolina. I'm a transplant who moved here 4 years ago to Wake County deliberately from Colorado Springs when I left active duty. I do not live in the Crooked Creek subdivision or within a 10-minute drive of it or any other county park. As a representative of the Board of Directors for the American Legion Department of North Carolina and the posts within Wake County, the over 3,000 registered members, and the estimated over 80,000 veterans in Wake County, I feel obligated to advocate on their behalf, particularly since the preponderance of them live in southern Wake County due to its ready access to Fort Bragg and Pope Army Airfield. As a member of the Board of Directors for the American Legion Department of North Carolina, I can't speak for all of them without their approval first, and unfortunately, we haven't met in session since this topic came up. Please understand that I will bring this topic to light at our next directors meeting for the rest of the Board of Directors' consideration and future action if necessary, but also understand that at this time, my words are my own. I'm under no illusions that every single one of the veterans who's spoken here tonight and their families that I listed before about the disposition of this property agree. There are some that think that it should be sold. All right. However, since more recent polling data indicated that more of Wake County residents favor parks than those that are opposed, it's not unreasonable to present to you that the veteran population of Wake County would feel the same way. Far too often, veterans of southern Wake County are compelled to travel beyond their immediate area to engage in the family building and personally developing activities that come from a park of this nature. The two key pillars of the American Legion are a focus on veterans rehabilitation and on the well-being of the children and youth in our communities. More studies than are capable of mentioning here indicate through deliberate research that overall health, that is to say physical, mental, and spiritual well-being of veterans and their families is vastly improved by exposure to and activity outdoors. The kinds of activities that veterans and their families would be afforded if this part of Wake County, if a park is placed on the property in question. It goes beyond the impacts that this park would have for veterans and their families, but it directly strengthens the community even through its proposed presence, as you've seen here tonight, through the unity of message. And then upon its completion, it'll make the community even stronger. I understand that the motion coming forward pertains only to the purchase and sale of property, and that there's currently nothing mandating the funding of a park at this particular time for this particular property. I also understand that concurrently there are plans for another piece of property, the Adams parcel, to be used as another park within southern Wake County. Personally, I understand all too well, having worked as a land developer for one of the nation's top 10 home builders, that there's a potential for this land to be sold for a profit to the county, and the subsequent housing developments would generate additional revenue as well as continue to demonstrate the growth of Wake County. I'd submit to you as a counterpoint that this must be a balanced approach to growth, or else the people who look at moving to southern Wake County will be forced to look elsewhere as the outer markets continue to mature and develop, while those municipalities remain committed to an attitude of balanced development where new housing areas are coupled with attractive amenities that can provide more for the potential residents than just a place to call home. Thank you. I strongly encourage the board not to approve this motion and to actively pursue a course of action that would bring a new county park on this property and the other site in southeastern Wake County as soon as possible. In short, it's not an or, it's an and.
Thank you for your comment, sir.
Thank you.